mean to you to become the ninth member of the 50-40-90 club in NBA history?
First and foremost, I'm just grateful to God, that I'm able to go out there and perform in front of my community. And, I do it for much bigger reasons. So, if I can make history in this year, I'm grateful to join the likes of some names that I've actually gotten a chance names of some people that I've actually got a chance to get to know and I've gone against. So definitely grateful.
A lot of veterans on this team, but, the first time on this journey as a group, how would you describe how the intensity goes up, the focus goes up when you're talking about the main stage?
I mean, you work hard all year to get to this point, to be in a position, proceeding, a lot of ups and downs all season I've talked about. So we're just grateful to get started. We just get some different lineups out there. I just want all of us to stay healthy as best we can. That's the main part.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Hey, Kyrie, this week having a full week between the regular season and when the playoffs start, does it feel different? Or I know it's only been a couple of days in terms of the other playoffs. You've prepared for it all to have that sort of time. How are you planning to sort of use it?
Just get as much rest as possible and just prepare to just play at a high level. That's really it. It's kind of simple just because we've had to be flexible this whole year, so it's kind of uncomparable to a lot of other years. But like I said, I'm just grateful that we get a chance to all play together, and I just want us to stay as healthy as possible throughout this journey, no matter what.
Thanks, Kyrie.
Bruce Beck with NBC New York.
Kyrie, you, James, and Kevin have played only 8 games together this year. Do you think that's a factor at all in starting the playoffs?
It seems like it's a factor if everyone keeps bringing it up in terms of their observative eyes. So I really don't care. As long as we get, our guys out there to be able to perform, at the top of their level that they know how, that they're capable of. That's all I really care about. We're pros. We've had kind of all the pressure on us to get back right, or, people have yet to see us play together. You guys know how great we are as individuals. Everyone knows we're all world players. We've been in this league for a long period of time. So, we just go out there and just find the flow, and then we stick to it. It's basketball. We're just going to have some fun out there and just go out there and just do what we do.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Kyrie, can you offer any perspective on the decision that you and KD made 2 years ago to come to this organization, and now to finally, after everything you've been through, be on the precipice of actually being able to chase this championship? How exciting a moment is it for you guys to have reached this point?
I think it's important that we celebrate with all the people that supported us all the way through, starting with our family, starting with our communities we come from, who we represent, and what we've been able to learn throughout kind of our professional journey. A lot of us have taken alternative pathways to where we are now, to end up here in May in 2021. The world kind of going through what it's going through, but we made a decision 2 years ago to stick with it and build something here. No one really saw the vision probably that we had. We probably won't get the credit until 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. It's just the way history goes. But, what the intent here was, we didn't want to feel the same effects of being out in organizations or being out with different guys throughout this league that, we felt like we couldn't build something outside of the game with. It's just important to have that synergy. And, a lot of situations and circumstances that we were in, we were trying to be ourselves, but the environment just didn't stick, just didn't fit. And when we came together, we just wanted to be happy. Happiness goes a long way in life, especially when you're playing this game. Everyone likes to look on the outside and observe and say what this person can do or that person can do, and they have no idea what it's like to be in this role or this light, to build something special. Some guys are going to get along and it's going to go well. Some guys it's not, and it breaks down towards the later stages of the season. That synergy that you need and that trust. So, I'm excited to be here. I don't take any day for granted. It took a while to believe in this vision, and we're finally here, back in the playoffs. So.
Tina Cervasio with Fox 5 New York.
Kyrie, this will be your first postseason game in Brooklyn. And with the increased capacity and the fact that it'll be a chance for your dad to see you play in this first postseason game in Brooklyn. But what does that mean with you? What does that mean to you with everything that factored into you coming to play for Brooklyn?
I mean, at this point, I'm just excited for a lot of people to be able to view us, whether it be at home or at Barclays or even traveling on the road. It was obviously a big decision for me to come back home and do a lot more work in my community or with my family. It was the most important thing, and then basketball was going to figure itself out. So now that we're here and we got the guys that we have in this locker room and we've been through quite a journey, we just want to enjoy the ride. That's all. That's really all I can say. I just want to enjoy it as if it's my last.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, what's going on, Kyrie? I'm just curious, for you guys to finish with the number 2 seed after everything that you guys had to go through in terms of guys being in and out of the lineup, guys being hurt, trade in the middle of the season, to end the regular season number 2 seed. Was there a certain feeling like, could you guys kind of like exhale and be like, okay, we got here and now we're ready for the playoffs? Or what's the feeling been like now that the regular season is over?
Just prepare for the uncontrollable at times. As we see something can come up, like in a game, for example, with Karis LeVert not being able to play tonight in that playing game. So you just have to remain flexible and committed to the goal with guys that we have. We've had to implement many different lineups, make a lot of changes on the fly, first-year head coach. We could go down the list of all the things that we've had to face and persevere through. But, now that we're here, all that kind of goes out the window. We just got to take care of each other, on and off the floor, and just continue to make smart decisions, to prepare. And we go from there in the game. And the game will take care of itself. First rounds feel out. Looking forward to wherever we play. I'm just excited to get started.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Kyrie, to ask you one more on the 50-40-90 club. Did you know going into Sunday's game how close you were, or wasn't it until they announced that you got it that you knew?
No, I didn't know. I think after halftime, kind of had an idea. Every single game that we've played in the last, 15, 20, I've just tried to put myself, my mind and my body in a better place to be efficient, and just go out there and just let my game speak for itself. Put a lot of hard work in the summer, a lot of hours where people's not watching or people aren't watching. So to go out there and accomplish that without really knowing it, just the gratitude is a lot higher for me. I just wanted to go out there and just do it. And it happened. Probably some of the other times where I've written down the goal, it didn't happen. You're so focused on staying perfect, and the time I stopped worrying about it, it happened. So just grateful for that.
Jared Greenberg with Turner.
Hey, Kyrie, good to chat with you. Have you thought about how much longer you want to play in the NBA?
Man, doesn't everybody? I think everybody thinks about it, especially, with some of the things that go on in people's careers and what they feel like they have to give. It depends on what I have to give to this game, or what I have left. So it's always a thought, but not really the most important thing for me right now to think about or consider.
Jeff Zilgett with USA Today.
Kyrie, you had mentioned just a few minutes ago you wanted to enjoy this. What are some of the keys for you when it comes to enjoying it? What's going to make this an enjoyable process for you?
Just the details that we talk about all season. This is what all the work is for, in terms of just staying focused on staying committed to one another. We're in here, we're in this environment, we're traveling all over the United States, and we're playing against different teams, and we've just had to stay the course as best we can. So let's just go out and enjoy it. Like I said, that is the enjoyment, is when you can just go out and just think about the task at hand. And you have the trust of your teammates, and you're smiling and you're having fun. Obviously, the level of competition is going to raise, but this is where we learn a lot about one another in terms of what we're capable of doing and raising our level.
Ryan Dunleavy with the New York Post.
Kyrie, I'm wondering if you could give a thought on each potential matchup here, facing the backcourt that Washington has, or possibly having to go back to Boston to play in front of their fans for the first time, as a member of the Nets.
It doesn't matter to me. Honestly, I'm so far past matchups and all that. It's just about who's going to prepare better and who's going to execute out there. Doesn't really matter. I've played in Boston plenty of times before I got traded there. Played against Brad and Russ plenty of times. I mean, it just makes the competition level raise, like I told you. So either way, it don't matter to me.
Last question, Justin Walters with Pix 11 News.
Kyrie, understanding that you're still fulfilling this vision and your journey isn't finished, what have you learned the most about yourself and this process at this point as you guys are on the precipice of the playoffs?
I think we've learned, or I've learned, just being with this group is, it's better not to be the one that's responsible for everything. It's great to have help, and it's great to have, guys alongside you that, just want to see you do well no matter what. And, it makes coming into work a lot easier just to go out and be myself. So just learn how to manage realistic expectations, while knowing that the season is going to be up and down no matter what. There are going to be things that you can't control. So I've just been able to learn a lot of patience with relationships, with getting the best out of guys, even when they probably don't want you on them, but you just continue to push because you see potential in them that they probably can't see in themselves. And I'm not the one to always call that out. I've only been in the league 10 years, but I see certain special, unique talents in guys where, sometimes a little bit of information could go a long way for them. And you just want to see everyone do well, whether they're on the opposing team or my team. But you get a chance to learn guys and learn what they like, what they dislike. You get to really find out kind of what their passions are, and then utilize that to get the best out of them while you're at work. So now it's at a point where you just want to kind of let things flow, let the chips fall as they may, but we control what we can control.
Thanks so much, Kyrie. We appreciate it.